So hello everyone, in this video we will solve another lead code question, that is binary subarrays with sum. So you are given an binary array nums and an integer goal, and we need to return the number of non-empty subarrays with sum equal to goal. So let us see this first example and try to understand the question and derive some solution out of it. So this is the first example that they have given, and the total number of subarrays for this is 4. So what are those subarrays? So one can be this subarray, the other one can be this subarray with goal equal to 2. One subarray can be like this one, and the other subarray which can be this one. So these are the 4 subarrays that we have created. So how will we derive solution out of it? So this is the question of subarrays and we need to maintain a sum. So what we can do is we can do with the help of sliding window. So we will maintain one I pointer and j pointer, and we will also maintain one sum. So we will increment our j pointer, and if our sum is equal to goal, we will count that subarray, or otherwise if our sum is greater than goal, we will move our I pointer. So let us see in this question. So this is I pointer and this is j pointer. So j will start from here actually. So currently our sum will be equal to 1 because this is 1. So we will keep on moving our j pointer. So j will be here, then j will be here. So now our sum will be equal to 2. So we will count this subarray. So total subarray till now is 1. So we will keep on moving our j pointer. So this is one another subarray. So total 2 subarrays. Then we came across here. Now our sum will become 3. So what we need to do now, we need to shift our I pointer until our sum is equal to 2. So we move our I pointer, nothing happened. This 1 gets removed, so our sum will again become 2. So if our sum is 2, that means it is equal to goal. So we need to count this subarray. So subarray is 3. So now we need to move our j pointer. So if we move our j pointer, it became at the end of the array. So total subarrays we found is 3, but it is not actually the answer. The answer is 4. So why this is happening? Let me show you another example, and from that we will understand why this case happens. So this happens because they have given that it is a binary array, so it will consist of 1 and 0. So this condition arises whenever we have zeros in our array. So that's why this condition arises. Let me give you another example. So this is another example. From that we will understand why this is happening. So let's say our goal is 1 here. So we will maintain our I pointer and j pointer. So sum till now is 0. So we'll keep moving our j pointer until our sum becomes 1. So our sum is 1 now. So again we need to count this subarray. Now we'll move our j pointer. So again the sum is 1 and it is equal to goal. So we'll count this subarray. Again we'll move our j pointer, we'll count this subarray. Now if we come to this one, our sum will become 2. So we need to shift our I pointer. So we'll keep on shifting our I pointer. So once it crosses this one, so our sum will again become 1. So that means we need to again count this subarray. So total subarray till now is 4. Now we have sum equal to goal. So we need to move our j pointer. Now this will come to the end of the array. But this is not actually the answer. We are missing a lot of subarrays. Why? Because let me show you. We didn't consider this subarray, we did not consider this subarray, we did not consider this subarray, we did not consider this subarray, we didn't consider this subarray. So there are a lot of subarrays due to zeros which we didn't consider. So that's why normal sliding window will not be applicable here. But now how to write solution out of it? So instead of finding a window size equal to goal, what we can do is we can maintain a window which will have sum less than equal to goal, and we keep on adding size of the subarrays to our count. Now why size of the subarray? Let us see this example itself and see it. So let me erase this. So let us see this example. So if our sum is 0 now, so it is less than equal to goal. So goal in this case was 1. So we will add 1 to our answer because the size of subarray is 1. We'll shift our window. The sum is again 0, which is less than equal to goal. So we will add 2 to our count. So count will become 3 now. Now why we are adding this size? Because let's see. In this case, when we choose this subarray, the subarray of size 1. So total subarray still now will be 1. Now when we extend our window, how many subarrays can be possible? One can be this subarray alone and one can be with the previous element. So in total, whenever we are adding some element to our window, we need to add with the size. We need to add the size of the window because it can make subarray with itself and with its previous element. So that's why we are adding size to each and every step. So this is what we will do, but this is still not the answer. Why? Because we are finding sum less than equal to goal, but what we want sum equal to goal. So what we can do is we can find the same thing again with sum less than equal to goal minus 1, and whatever answer we get from this equation 1 and equation 2, we will subtract that and that will be our final answer. So let us see the code now and understand in more better way. So what we can do is we can write one solve function which will give us the number of subarrays less than equal to goal and less than equal to goal minus 1. So we'll pass nums, we'll pass goal, and we need to subtract this answer from sum less than equal to goal minus 1. So we will again pass on the parameters, but here we will not pass goal, we'll pass goal minus 1. So the answer of these two subtracted with each other will give us the final answer. So let us write this solve function now. So int solve vector of int and nums, comma int goal. So let me define the size of the nums array. We will make one I pointer and j pointer initially equal to 0. We will maintain our sum which will be less than equal to goal. So what we need to do, we need to iterate the entire array until some condition is fulfilled. So we'll iterate forward with the help of j pointer. So we keep on adding the elements to our sum. So nums of j. Now what we have seen, we need to maintain a window which has sum less than equal to goal. So whenever our sum exceeds goal, what we need to do, we need to shift our I pointer. So what we will do, we will subtract nums of I from our sum and we'll increment our I pointer. Otherwise what we will do, otherwise it is the condition where our sum is less than equal to goal. So we need to add count, we need to add size of the subarray to our count. So we need to initialize one more variable count. And why we are adding the size of the subarray, we have already discussed. So what will be the size of array? Size of subarray, it will be j minus I plus 1, and we keep on incrementing our j pointer. In the end, what we need to return, we need to return the count. So this will happen for both cases, one for goal and one for goal minus 1, and in the end what we are returning, we are returning the subtraction of both the answers. So let us see if this code works on sample test case or not. So it is giving us the error on line 12. So we are forgetting one edge case. Here they have said that our goal can be equal to 0 as well, and if you see this second example, the goal is 0. So when we will like do for goal -1, it will become actually -1. Like the goal will actually become -1. So this like this logic will not work for negative numbers. So before starting our the entire algorithm, we need to check if our goal is less than 0, then we need to return 0 from there itself. So let us see now if it works or not. So yeah, it works fine on sample test case. Let us submit it. So yeah, our code got accepted. Hope you learned from this video. Thank you.